So I'm sure a lot of you have a few questions on your mind, such as, you know, who wins out of Pereira and Ankalev in the rematch? But more importantly, when's the last time I've showered? Why am I wearing John Jones merch? Where have I been the past month? And why does it look like I've hit rock bottom? And who am I and what have I done with the actual JG2? So first of all, I had a bet going with a channel member by the name of Highs that if Hamzat Shemaev were to beat Trickers to Plessy last month, then, well, I'd, you know, have to wear this. You, Highs. But rest assured to all my fellow Jones haters out there, I did my best to find the best place possible where John Jones would profit as little as possible from me buying his merch. So I bought it off the official UFC store. And for why it looks like I've hit rock bottom in life, no real answer to it. I have. And unfortunately, the little bit of mental health that I even have left is completely riding on this man winning this weekend. But at the very least, I can at least say the reason I've been away for a month is for the greater good of the MMA community, and dare I say, all of humanity, is I've been spending every waking minute not eating, not sleeping, and not showering, but instead spending my time researching and planning and strategizing the best way possible Alex Pereira can win this fight. Because he can win this fight. And also, to be fair, I've been spending some time playing Sonic Racing Crossworlds. But besides for that, and I have everything noted for how he wins this fight right here. And I'm going to tell you right now. Be open-minded, by the way. All Alex Pereira has to do here is punch Ankalev really hard in the head. That's all I've got. I'm losing my mind over this. How many more Brazilians do we have to lose? I can't take it anymore. First, we lost Pereira to Ankalev. Then Charles Oliveira dies in front of us. And then Vanderlei Silva gets knocked out this week, which, to be fair, I found that one hilarious. That might be the funniest knockout I've ever seen. And I'm just going to be honest with you. As a British sports fan, these Brazilian athletes, they mean something to me. Ronaldinho made me love football. Anderson Silva made me love MMA. And Luffy made me watch One Piece that I regret. So forgive me for wanting these Brazilians to get their shit together and start winning these main events, because the UFC's just not been the same since. I'm seeing people starting to defend fence holding now. Huh?
See, and this is what the ref doesn't understand. The ref doesn't understand that in order for Alex to get his back off this cage, he had to use energy. He had to use energy to get his back off the cage. When he uses that energy to get his back off the cage, he's not going to be as fresh, which gives Ankalev the opportunity to actually land something and be able to move quicker. But if the ref gets Ankalev off the cage without him spending any energy, you're playing a favor to the guy who can't get off the cage. That's why I have a big problem with that.
I mean, the refs understand it. They probably also understand in the rules they can break it up if it's stalling. And they probably understand, we don't want to watch it! No, sorry, there are people that want to watch it. People that are cunts that don't want fun and have an agenda against the sport. Nah, I don't like watching Pereira. He's a knockout merchant. I'd rather watch this. Of course, I understand Ankalev isn't just some kind of fence-holding spammer. It's just the fact that, me personally, I don't really find that too fun or something to root for. You know, the hardcores, they love it. So, you know, they're the people to watch MMA with. Very cool guys. So there's just a few of many reasons why I'm supporting Pereira in this fight. And I don't care what anyone tells me. They'll never make me hate you, Alex. I mean, sure, does Alex Pereira have some cringy fans that go a bit overboard sometimes? And in some cases, way overboard sometimes? Sure, maybe. And obviously, is Nina Drama trying her absolute best at ruining him for us? Maybe. But nothing will ever change the fact this is a man that saved us from prime cringe Desanya, and then saved us from this cursed light heavyweight division, and saved us from having Pennington Pena as a pay-per-view main event. And I get he's already changed our bum lives by doing so much in such a short period of time. I mean, we're talking about the man that speed ran UFC Legacy. But if I could just ask for one more thing, it would be just please give us one more day. Just one more left hook or high kick. I'm not picky. I just want the win. And I'm pleading to Pereira for one more day because from watching the fight build up, I have to ask the question, who even is this guy anymore? Shama! Why am I seeing him hang out with Isho Speed and like, he's showing like emotions. Like the man used to look like the Grim Reaper and now he's playing around in haunted houses with Nina Drama. I'm just I'm a bit... I don't get if he's been cloned or he's evolving. Either way, as long as he wins, I'm not mad at it. And the way he talks about Ankalev as an opponent and how confident he is that he just cannot lose this fight, I'm just going to be honest. I think he's rattled. And I think he knows his days are numbered, and I hate it. I mean, he's even saying he doesn't know how much longer he has left in this division. The man is pushing 40. So is Nina Drama, but she acts like this. And the man was already having a problem with the speed disadvantage in the first fight, while Ankalev is way younger, probably making the more improvements. I think we're cooked, chat. Like, Ankalev will be a couple frames away from punching him really hard in the head, having him rocked. And you just have Pereira there, just like... And it's happening multiple times in the first fight, and he's only getting older, so logic would tell you his speed and reactions aren't really going to increase, and can blame injuries and, you know, being 40% in the first fight.
I mean, were you 50% of what you normally are in that fight? 40%? Are you willing to put a number on it?
Honestly, I was about 40% on that fight, on that night. It's going to be much more this time, but if I'm only 50%, that 10% is going to make such a great difference. They're going to leave no doubt for everybody.
But I think it's cope. And it's starting to feel as if Pereira's best chance of winning is left hook and inshallah. Like, it's just... The biggest takeaway from him almost winning in the first fight was he nearly landed a left hook. He's punching air. All while Ankalev has the better hands, the quicker hands, and the better countering. And we're talking about landing these left hooks as if one of them is just a guaranteed nuke. It's like, yeah, he probably gets hurt. Like, how hurt does he get? It's not a guaranteed one-shot KO. And who was it that even got hurt the most in the first fight? It would have been Pereira at the end of the second, where he looked completely lost in no man's land, barely knowing what to do while he's getting caught, getting saved by the end of the round. And sure, we could say his striking may have not been as sharp because he's focusing on the takedown defense, and credit to him, defended all 12 takedowns. Kind of his job. I mean, he doesn't want it on the ground. I mean, he was the only one to put his opponent on their ass with a nice foot sweep. But it's not as if he was going to follow him up on the ground with it. I mean, it was good optics and a funny meme, but it's not really much else past that. So it makes you think, will he have to think less of the takedown defense to open up on the striking a bit more? Will that make him more open to getting taken down? I mean, Ankalev was deep on some hips in the first fight. And as a wise old woman once said with a banger of hers, the hips don't lie. So, granted, I don't actually know how old Shakira is. She got cheated on by PK. I don't even know why that's relevant. Well, I don't even know what I'm saying. All in all, there's just a lot of speculation on Pereira's end when it comes to this rematch. What would he focus on? Less of the takedown defense and more on the striking? Was he really that injured in the first fight? Why is he sniffing Nina Drama's feet? So it's hard to tell what Alex Pereira will even show up, but as we know, it will be an older one. So you could probably theorize it's not really going to be an even faster one. And as we know, Ankalev has the better hands. The faster hands, more well-rounded, younger, and also not sniffing Nina Drama's feet. So yeah, I'm going to be going Ankalev in this one. I imagine there'll be less of a feeling out process where they just have a whole round just going leg kick for leg kick. And Pereira's back up against the wall in this one. A more confident Ankalev. And me putting JG2's prediction curse in full effect. And as much as I may be rooting for Alex Pereira in this fight, much like all his fights, it's nothing against Ankalev. I just don't care for him as champion. Just don't want it, to be honest with you. Is he one of the most complete, maybe one of the best light heavyweights we've ever seen? Sure, maybe, you know? Is it fun that he talks some shit? Although, probably more likely it's Ali Abdelaziz stitching his fighters up, leaving them to get confronted by their opponents, confused with the shit that he's been saying about them. Yeah, it's fun. So I don't want to hear some bullshit. I'm biased. I'm against Ankalev. I am biased. I'm not working for ESPN, okay? And I don't have anything against Ankalev. I'm just rooting against... I'm just praying on his downfall, okay? Can I not pray on a man's downfall without someone accusing me or something? And we want to get on people for hating Ankalev. You might want to start with basically the entire division. I mean, Alex Pereira is rattled by him. You even have Yuri Prohaska calling him a fraud.
To the Ankalev. He can think whatever he wants, but I know that only person who's a fraud is him.
But hey, it's just the MMA community getting back to what it does best, acting as if picking fighters is some gang-affiliated shit. I've already been saying this for the longest time. I know how they're going to be acting when Alex Pereira starts going on a losing streak, which, by the way, I just need to say, if he ever gets washed or goes on a losing skid, he's going to deeply regret making a skit of him in a trash bag. I don't want it to happen. I'm just saying, like, I don't know why he's set himself up for that. It's kind of, please don't lose.
Sign up to my boy's YouTube channel. That is JG2. And for those who don't, you can do me a favor and you can bend the knee to King Triple C too.